Hi everybody, it's the 25th of November, on Monday again. It seems to be that's the day I bring things out, at least once a week. It's great. I have done no shorts this week at all. I was going to, but anyway, not feeling great. My kidneys are playing up. I've had kidney issues for a while, so I can't get into the doctor's till next week, and my next procedure's not till January, so I'm going to have more stents done and some kidney stone blasting, and I thought it was supposed to be done this month, but no, not till January. So I'm feeling the pain at the moment, but I'm going to soldier through. Now I'd like to introduce to you my scarf. As you know, I was going to keep going with this, but I've decided that I really like this stitch. Loved it, but I got a fair way up again, and then I made one mistake somewhere and I didn't see it till later, and I thought, you know what, this is going to make a beautiful scarf. So that's what it is. It's going to be a scarf. And what I want to do, I think I want to love to try and make this into a shirt, this pattern, like not this scarf itself, but use this stitch in a shirt, maybe even a men's shirt, I don't know, but that's something I'll do in the future. But I really like it. I'm going to leave it at that, even though I loved it and it was very meditating. I'm just going to leave it at that. That's what I did. Put it this way, I wasted a lot of time this week on different projects that just didn't flow. But including this, I was going to use this to make a what do you call it, top down type of jumper. But the first time I did it, I couldn't get to sit properly, right? And I was trying to make up my own pattern using two different videos. It didn't work. And then I started using this other video YouTube tutorial that I was watching, and I got a fair way. I've actually undone a bit of it, got a fair way with that. Then I realized her tutorial, you need to have pattern with it, so you got to buy the pattern to follow the tutorial. So it sort of went from here and then it went bang, and I didn't know anything in between. So, and I also don't like, I'll show you what I don't like. I don't like jumpers that sit and it's not sitting right, like it's not supposed to sit like that. I don't like anything that sits too close to my neck. I like to have V-necks, square necks, or yeah, I just don't like that up here type of thing, unless I'm deliberately wearing a polo neck up here. So that was a little waste of time, but you know, kept my brain busy and my hands busy. Then my granddaughter goes, oh Gran, I need to get a top made for oh no, something in between, I'll show you in a second. A top made to go with the booty shorts, and she wanted a skimpy one, but she's quite well and down. I don't want to make it too skimpy, so I made this, and I made it off. What I did was I got the pattern off this. These are easy to do, anyone can do them. And when you measure from under your boob to your nipple, which will give you the measurements you need. I didn't measure her, I'm just guesstimating, and I'm hoping it fits. So then I thought, what can I do to make the rest of it? So because her booty shorts have got hearts on it, I decided to do a whole heap of squares. But to do the squares, you've got to make the hearts first. And I'll probably do a tutorial on that actually. They're so simple to make. I'll probably do a little tutorial on that sometime soon. But yeah, then I did the squares around it. And because I stupidly forgot to remember what yarn I ran out of yarn I was using. I used a different yarn, it was too thick. But anyway, we got there. It was hours of mucking around, and I made the rest up. And then I thought, what can I do over here? Because it didn't come round far enough. So I had two spares, so I decided to add them there and do the lace ups on each side. So she's got all that, that's all done there. And then I also, because I haven't tried it on her yet, she's coming in later, I also ended up doing another cord here that I make just to bring it in. Sometimes these aren't bringing in tight enough underneath the breasts, especially if you're well endowed. So I've made this tie that I'll probably cut in half and do half here, half there, and then she can pull it a bit tighter here. So we're hoping that's going to work. Okay, that's to go with her booty shorts. If it's in the booty shorts, they're on the last video I did. Right, so that's those two down, those three down. Then I ended up getting this all tangled up. That took me hours to do. Then I'm going to show you that one last. And then I thought, what can I make for my granddaughter? Now I bought this, remember, not long back, $10 for the whole bag, but they're in Hanks, which were painful. But I managed to do this without getting myself in too much of a knotted mess, using the which I've got. My granddaughter stole one of my toilet rolls yesterday and ate it or chewed it. So anyway, I had a spare one, so I've been using that to create that until I find my winder. But you know, you can use hanking around chairs and stuff, or get someone in the family to hold it. So, but I am managing to get that done quite well. And what am I making with it? Rattle on. I also wasted time doing another piece of this too, but it ended up being too stiff. I think I was using a smaller hook, so I restarted another one, and this is going to be this jumper up the top there, and I think that's all I'm going to need for that side. But my granddaughters are all well endowed, so I'm going to have to measure it, try it on her before I work out whether it's going to be a bit longer to cover. But I think that's going to be, it's more of a crop top, sort of a little bit below, longer than a crop top type thing. Anyway, similar to this jumper up here, but in those colours. Now that lot cost me 10, so out of that I should be able to finish that with sleeves, and you'll hopefully see that next week. So that's that. And then finally, as you know, I've been crocheting, I don't know, I've talked about it before, I've been crocheting, mucking around crocheting since I was a kid. I didn't even know as a kid I was actually doing freeform crochet a lot of times, but I've been doing that, but I never could do patterns. I could never understand a written pattern ever as a child or a young adult, or even, it was only a few years ago. I could knit, I could follow knitting patterns quite easily. For years I've been able to do that, but crochet patterns always stumped me. And I worked out a few years ago that was because you look at some patterns and they'll be the UK version, but then you've learnt by the US version, so it got you a bit confused. Anyway, hang on for a sec. Little munchkin, I thought she was waking up. Anyway, I've learnt so much of crocheting by following YouTube tutorials. I was able to learn how to make clothing for kids and you know, now adults. Hang on, she's waking up. So I have been wanting to learn how to crochet and using vintage patterns. So I think I showed you this not long back. I really wanted to make this quite a while ago. For years I wanted to make it, and I thought, oh, will I be able to understand the pattern? Well, yes, I have. And I've decided to use this. It's a similar colour. This is the yarn I got for $3 a ball at an op shop, along with that mauve one I got. It's Bendigo mill cotton 4-ply. Now if I was to make this again, I'll probably go a little bit thicker, but I was able to work out the pattern. I don't even know where I was up to in the last little video, but I want to do this little dress, and it's a UK pattern, and yeah, I do US. I'm a US in my brain, so I worked out this. I was thinking about rewriting it in the US version for myself, but I ended up being able to do it because I know that treble is a double crochet and a double crochet is a single crochet if we use the US version, so I'm able to do it. How far did I get with it? Well, quite happy to say I probably could have got a lot further, but I was distracted by other projects, as I was just showing you. This is how far I've gotten so far. I would have got further too, but there was a few times I made mistakes and I had to unwind, you know, I had to frog it. But that's it. It's going to be, like, it's so tiny, it's going to be for a teenage girl, but you know, I'm going to keep going with it. It's not going to fit me. Don't know how stretched. It's not going to fit me. It's a small size. It gives you an option of different sizes, and I thought, heck, I'm not going to go and make a big size. I'm just going to do the smallest size that was in the pattern. It's a simple pattern. Once you got it in your head, it's simple. I do go back and check my pattern every now and again to make sure I've got it right, but after a while, as we know, when it's, you know, you get used to each row once you've done it enough times. So that's where I'm up to, but you can see how fine the lace is. Now it's going to have to be blocked. When I finish all, I'll have to block it. I'm not sure if I blocked before I put it together or after I put it together, but it will be blocked. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that too. It's coming again, and I'm quite proud of the fact that I've actually followed a vintage pattern. I think I did a vintage pattern years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, but it didn't come out quite right, and I'm going to end up frogging that, and I'll probably show you before I frog it and redo it. So now I'm understanding how to read them. So I'm going to do more vintage patterns over time, I'm hoping. And I think that's all I want to tell you. What I do want to do though is I want to use up as much of the yarn that I've already got before I even look at any more. But you know that's probably not going to happen. And I'm actually looking at a different craft at the moment, getting the supplies for that, which will be something I'll talk about later when I do get them, because it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. And if you can guess what it is, let me know down below what you think it might be. And it's not knitting. I will be getting back into knitting soon, but it's something that I've wanted to do for years that I have put off doing, and now I'm getting older. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to learn how to do this because it's just fascinated me for years. What is it? Tell me your guesses down below. Okay, I'm going now. Short and sweet video, and I hope you're making some awesome stuff, and thanks for watching, and hope you subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.